अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर वाचर्स एंड व्यूवर्स। आज हम इसकी टेक्सचुअल क्वेश्चंस करने जा रहे हैं। जो डस्क वी हैव गॉन थ्रू द लेसन डस्क, तो इसकी हमने ग्लॉसरी की। ग्लॉसरी में हमने देखा कि कैसे वर्ड्स इस्तेमाल किए गए हैं इस पूरी लेसन में, और हमने उनका पूरा अकाउंट दिया। आज हम टेक्स्ट के बारे में, जो टेक्सचुअल क्वेश्चंस है एट द एंड ऑफ द बुक, यू कैन सी इट फ्रॉम हियर। दिस इज द टेक्सचुअल part of the textual question part of the lesson. We'll be discussing them one by one. तो पहला सवाल है, what was the atmosphere at the Hyde Park? जो स्टोरी शुरू होती है तो सबसे पहले जो एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, इस पूरी स्टोरी जब शुरू हो जाती है तो हाइड पार्क का एटमॉस्फेयर क्या होता है कि नॉर्मन गॉस्पे इज नरेटिंग द होल स्टोरी फ्रॉम हिज एंगल, फ्रॉम हिज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. We see that he is comparing this time with the last part of the day. He says people, according to him, according to his analysis about the he classifies people into two groups. He calls one group calls a defeated group. Then there is similarly on the other hand and the other group that is he calls the victorious group. And in the Hyde Park, he sees that as he sits on the bench, he sees people, there's no such hush and bush there. There's no hustle and bustle. In other words, people who come out during this time of the day, according to him, are obviously defeated people. ये वो लोग हैं जो थके हारे होते हैं, जिन्हें कोई उम्मीद नहीं होती है, उनके कपड़ों से पता चलता है। और इस वक्त जब हम विल गो थ्रू द फर्स्ट लाइन्स ऑफ द टेक्स्ट, व्हेन ही सेज सैट ऑन द बेंच इन द पार्क एट अराउंड 30, ये टाइम जो होता है ये 6:30 का होता है और अर्ली मार्च का टाइम होता है, यानी मार्च के पहले शुरुआत जो होती है, और इवनिंग टाइम होता है जिसको ये डस्क बोलता है। एट फॉलन हैवीली ओवर द सीन देयर वाज अ वाइड एम्प्टीनेस, यानी ज़्यादा लोग नहीं थे। वाइड एम्प्टीनेस रोड्स पे ज़्यादा लोग नहीं थे। एंड येट देयर वाज मैनी फिगर्स मूविंग साइलेंटली, कुछ लोग आते जाते थे बड़ी खामोशी के साथ। थ्रू द हाफ लाइट और डॉटेड अनऑब्ट्रूजली ऑन द बेंच एंड चेयर स्कैर्सली टू बी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड, यानी इधर उधर कहीं यहाँ से इक्का दुक्का कोई आदमी दिख रहा था। शेडोड ग्लूम इन विच दे सैट, यानी बड़ी छाँव में बैठे हुए, यानी दे हिड देयर फेसेस according to him, because since they were defeated people, so they were trying to hide their personalities, hide their complexions, hide themselves, so that they could think and brood upon their own defeat. And they वो नाराज थे अपनी किस्मत से, ऐसी समझो आप। they were feeling kind of sorry or remorse or regret the day they passed and they couldn't get things as they expected they could do. तो ये पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर है इन द हाइड पार्क। जो स्टोरी शुरू होती है ये वाला मसला होता है कि शाम का वक्त होता है, 6:30 का टाइम, एंड देन इट्स द इवनिंग टाइम, एंड मार्च का महीना, और लोग ज़्यादा दिखते नहीं हैं, कोई इक्का दुक्का आदमी नज़र आता था। तो ये पहले सवाल का जवाब हो गया कि इसमें जो एटमॉस्फेयर, इट वाज क्वाइट ग्लूमी एटमॉस्फेयर। इट वाज नो, मतलब क्या कहते हैं, ग्लैमरिंग नहीं था। इट वाज नॉट ऑल एज द डे बिगिंस विद मॉर्निंग, पीपल कम आउट आफ्टर ऑल, दे टेक रेस्ट एंड दे स्टार्ट फीलिंग अ काइंड ऑफ रिजुविनेशन। तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं था। दिस वाज द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द डे, सो पीपल वर worn out, tired and exhausted. So some people defeated. Now let's move to the second question. Do the atmosphere and the mood at the park justify the title of the story? Yes, of course it does. Why? Because the word dusk indicates the evening time when sun sets, and the time that after sunset there is few minutes after the sunset, it's called dusk time. And then it has some symbolic meaning as well, because Dusk means when it's symbolically symbolized with defeat, symbolized with loss. So the scene pleased Gospa and harmonized with his present mood. As in the second pair of the text, he says, "Dusk to his mind was the hour of defeat." Gosbe is, according to Gosbean point of view, it is actually the hour of defeat, the time of defeat. Men and women have who had fought and lost. उन लोगों के लिए जो स्ट्रगल कर करके कुछ लोग बिल्कुल हारे हुए थे, उन लोगों के हाथ कुछ ना लगा हो. Who hid their faces, who hid their fallen fortunes and dead hopes as far as possible from the scrutiny of the curious, came forth in the hour. He says that this is the gloomy time in which people who have lost the battle of the day, who have lost their hopes, they come out in this time because they feel they could be able to somehow to hid themselves in the gloom, in this darkness. They could just come out from their homes or from their day's struggle or day's battle. They come out and they hid somewhere themselves in at this time. So it's apt. The title is very much apt because it has some relevance with the life as well. And then the lesson begins with the Sam atmosphere. Okay. Then the third question we'll talk about is draw a profile of the person who first sat near Gosbe on the bench. जो बेंच पे बैठता है आदमी, ये कौन था? ये भी बिल्कुल ऐसे ही थका हारा आदमी आता है और बैठ जाता है. इसका प्रोफाइल भी ये लगता है कि ये एल्डरली जेंटलमैन होता है who seemed to have lost interest in life. यानी वो भी जिसको ज़िंदगी की तसल्ली हो गई होती है. He looked defeated but refused to admit. ये भी बेचारा defeated दिख रहा है लेकिन ये मानने के लिए तैयार नहीं है. दूसरों को क्या कहें हम, दूसरों को दिखाता है कि वो defeated नहीं. His clothes could scarcely be called shabby and he belonged unmistakably to that forlorn orchestra to whose piping no one dances. Means he was not able to win the day, he was not able to attract the people, he was not able to gain things, he was not able to motivate the people towards himself. So he says, as he rose and vanished slowly into the shadow, और वो भी आके उठ के निकल जाता है. A person on whose piping no one dances, and means he was very much defeated. It seems that he too had lost the battle of the day. And then we'll move to the another question. What according to Gosbe was the weak point of the young man's story? तो यंग मैन की स्टोरी में कौन सा वीक पॉइंट था? बिल्कुल वही था कि वो पूरी कहानी बोलता है और उसके बाद जब गॉस्बे उसे पूछता है कि आपके पास प्रूफ के लिए साबर है या नहीं, तो उसके पास साबन पेश करने के लिए नहीं होती है बिकॉज इट सीम्स ही हैड लॉस्ट इट. ऐसे ही उसने when Norman Gosbe demands him the proof in the form of soap, लेकिन वो प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता है. बट ही वॉज सो क्लेवर दैट ही हैड लेफ्ट इट, ही हैड सीन द सोप देयर ऑन द डाउन साइड द बेंच, beneath the bench. He willingly or sometimes he deliberately could not produce that, deliberately did not produce that soap so that his story could be swallowed up. Okay. Then while walking back, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 है, while walking back to his seat in the park, what did Gosbe see? बिल्कुल उसने साबन देखी. जब वो वापस गया सीट पे तो he saw the soap lying downside the bench. This was enough proof for him to believe in the story of this young man, क्योंकि यंग मैन के पास साबन नहीं थी प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, और जब इसने देखा तो he found it apt. The story was almost believable. Okay. Then how did Norman Gosbe feel when he realized he had been fooled? उस वक्त उसको लगा कि उससे पहले उसको लग रहा था कि वो क्लेवर है, और उसके बाद उसको फिर से लगा कि वो क्लेवर नहीं, और फिर वो जो साबन मिलती है उसके पीछे जाता है तो उसको लगता है कि I was too clever. Then when he again comes across with that old man who had somehow fallen his soup there downside the bench, he again felt he had been befooled. What did Gosbe imagine about the people who visited Hyde Park? बिल्कुल imagination उसका यही है कि people come this time only who are defeated people, they only come and just hide their faces in this gloom because they are the losers. They had lost the battle of their day. उसके बाद जो बाकी इसमें व्हाट्स आयरनी, ब्रिंग आउट द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ आयरनी इन द स्टोरी. आयरनी, आयरनिकल एलिमेंट्स इसमें बहुत सारे हैं. ये भी आयरनी है, सो प्रोड्यूस करना. व्हेन ही वाज थिंकिंग दैट ही वाज टू क्लेवर, दिस पर्सन did not this person does not have this soap, but when he comes to know that the soap was lying down, it was again an irony. And again, when he goes and gives a coin to this young man and he turns back to the bench, then an elderly person comes, he is in search of the soap. It's again an irony, means double irony. You can just imagine it. What is juxtaposition? Has Saki been able to juxtapose humor with the pathos in the dusk? Exactly. He juxtaposed the humor and pathos together in the story. It's a very long question. You can just read out the text again. You can go through the text, then you'll find the things. Thank you very much for today. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll switch over to the next lesson.